Hey, it's Mrs. Brooks from the Little Voices Language Lab. I'm here to show you quickly how I use this resource for my grouping of my students throughout the whole school year. So first up, you'll see the Read First page, tells you a little bit about the pull-out group schedule. You are able to change the titles, the headings, the colors, however you want to fit your personality. Make sure you do make a copy. I like to label them something like this to 25, 26 groups or whatever year it is so I can easily find it. I do like to star my documents so that I can find them quickly. And I will put the video in here also in case you need to go back and watch it again. So I'm going to start with my example so I can explain this a little bit. This is my schedule for this coming school year. We have all our times at the top. So I do work with another coworker and I have two paras that help me out. So I list all of them on the full schedule. So I just put in some Harry Potter teacher names for us for an example. Let's say Dumbledore is going to teach intervention group, so I plug them in, and then they have another intervention group. They have a language group, so you can kind of see as we go across, and then they have another language group. McGonagall might be another teacher on your team. She's going to teach the reading group. She's going to teach another reading group. She's going to have a writing group and a couple language groups, a couple math groups. So your times go at the top. You can list the teacher. That's if you want to put everybody on the same schedule. If it's just you, you could always delete that row too. I like to put the subjects in there so I can see which students are getting services for which subject. I also put my curriculum in there. So what am I using to teach these students? Now the notes section is important if things have changed from the year prior or if you need to remember certain things. For example, this junior kindergarten group, it only meets 3 days a week. So I need to make sure I know that for my planning purposes later on. I also like, because I serve EL students, I have a lot of different levels of kids. And so I like to put, okay, this is going to be my higher group needs students, or I'm going to have my lower group needs students. Because then as the year progresses and students' abilities and needs change, I can see, okay, this might be a good fit for them, and I can bump them up or move them down as needed. Now, I have all these colors here, but that's because our school has colored classrooms by teacher, and I highly recommend you do this with your own classes. Either have all the same grade of students, one color. Every teacher could be a different color, however your brain works. But I like to plug those colors in right away. So I know that Dumbledore at 8:35 is pulling students from the brown class and the orange class. And then the fun part is the little paintbrush. So as I'm plugging in students' names, I can hit the paintbrush for brown and be like, okay, Abigail and Amy are from the brown class. And then Betty and Stefan are from the orange class. Now, these are not my real students' names. I took them from Taylor Swift's song. So it's super slick. It really does help later on when you need to see which teachers can be pulled what times and that kind of thing. So, for example, this is where it's important. Okay, these students here, these blue and green class students, have reading interventions at this time. But these same 4 kids also need language. So I'm just going to copy them over to the time slot where the blue and green classes can meet. Here are the yellow, white, and black class students. They're already getting reading. They also need language, and those same 4 also need math. So I'm going to plug them in so that I can see they're getting all the services that they need. I left some of these open as EL teachers, RTI teachers. You know that you're not going to know all of your kids right away, but at least you can plug them in later when you need to. I also like to update it. Again, groups change all the time. So let's say quarter comes, I need to switch around my groups of kids, and then I can change the date for when I've updated the document. Now, with my terms of use, you are able to share this out with other people in your department. Like for me, this resource gets shared with my coworker and then my 2 paraeducators, because then they can come in and see, oh, these are the kids that now I'm going to have for intervention. So your document is going to look like this. You will be able to put when you update it. You will be able to put your times, the teacher that's doing it, plug in your subject, your curriculum, and then you can plug your students in. I did leave some colors on the side if you want to try the color coding. Okay, I know that was fast. I hope it's helpful. If you ever have any questions or want me to go more in depth with this, please let me know and reach out. You can find me on Instagram, Little Voices Language Lab.